your future is ahead of you. Right or wrong, sweet or sour, depends on what you do. Taking the wrong direction will drain your constitution and promote mental chaos and confusion. Then corruption to gain a man, and that is not God's plan. Cuidado, mis hijos, to my Spanish children. Cuidado, mis hijos. Hay un hombre que se llama Lucifer con una bolsa de polvo blanco. Y él no quiere formar tu cara, pero para traer pena y desgracia para la raza humana. To my French children. Attention, mes enfants.
Attention mes enfants.
Attention, mes enfants.
Attention mes enfants.
Il y a quelqu'un appelé
Lucifer avec un sachet de poudre blanche. Il ne veut pas saupoudrer vos visages, mais apporter honte et détresse à la race humaine.
Yes, indeed, of course. We are back. Are you hearing me loud and clear, COP?
Loud and clear. No
all right,
problem
okay.
at all.
No, Murphy's law takes place. These things are beyond our control, and so maybe because of the nature of the topic, they want us to go straight to the substantive issue this tonight. I think I better go there one time because it is just appalling. Listen to this. Listen to this young man. He's just awful, just unexpected, and trying to suggest.
You unfit and method leader. I want to send a message to you from 11 till Western Heights. If you name Bajan, if you feel you can cuff down everybody in Trinidad and Tobago, if you name the Bajan from Separia, call an election now. Call an election now. Call it, and we will show you that we will elect as our Prime Minister in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, Penelope Beckers Robinson.
I think you hear that good. Let's play it again.
11 till West. PNM people, they don't like we and they will never like we. But I want them to know that we don't like them and we will never like them. You unfit and misfit leader. I want to send a message to you from 11 till Western Heights. If you name Bajan, if you feel you can cuff down everybody in Trinidad and Tobago, if you name the Bajan from Separia, call an election now. Call an election now. Call it, and we will show you that we will elect as our Prime Minister in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, Penelope Beckers Robinson. Till West, PNM people, they don't like we and they will never like we. But I want them to know that we don't like them and we will never like them. You unfit and misfit leader. I want to send a message to you from 11 till Western Heights. If you name Bajan, if you feel you can cuff down everybody in Trinidad and Tobago, if you name the Bajan from Separia, call an election now. Call an election now. Call it, and we will show you that we will elect as our Prime Minister in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, could never be Becker's Robinson. Laventille West, PNM people, they don't like we and they will never like we. But I want them to know that we don't like them and we will never like them.
Yes, indeed. Of course, I've given you the first bite at that cherry, my friend. I know that you said that you don't want to get involved, but I think that is something of concern and must be of concern to Laventillians and East Port of Spain people because he is supposed to be the elected representative. So I'm sure I would love to hear, based on your own experience, your vast experience, as to what your thoughts are. I will not want to influence it one way or another because I have my own. Go ahead.
Oui, papa. Oui, papa. Lennox Smith.
Yeah.
Every chaotic position Lavanti people, Kareem Marcel constituency face is actions of the PNM. Kareem Marcel success come from opportunities from the United National Congress under the People's Partnership by funding the NJAC organization. And the NJAC organization, based on the funding they get from the People's Partnership, chose Kareem Marcel. He never had the education qualification to take him through the law studies. He gets his opportunity and scholarship based on community work he was doing. NJAC chose him to get the opportunity, a scholarship to become a lawyer.
Yeah.
He know he never get the opportunity from the PNM and the people them. How he telling them, now we have to understand to the community work that he was spreading, doing, was really spreading racism in the community for black people to stay together, black people to suffer together, and let us just support the PNM. My mother is a PNM, my father is a PNM, and we'll die a PNM. Since they put the African boy who wanted to play Indian woman in Arangwell Savannah and then beat she after, since then I know we will never like them and we will never like them. We don't like them and we will never like them. And after those videos and them, I say, COP, I don't want to indulge myself in these kind of talk. I learn nothing from it. Communities learn nothing from it. We give, and I will say it, government supporters give Kareem Marcel more views and more airplay than Kareem Marcel speak that nonsense on platform. So if Kareem Marcel, 100,000 people that hear what Kareem Marcel say, by government supporters, activists and talk show hosts and them, showing that and talking about over and over 300,000-400,000 people hear that nonsense he's saying. When we're supposed to be the one to keep them tribal talk from the future of this country is really. We're supposed to really encourage the young black boys in the community that what you hear from that so-called leader was really crap. And don't pay attention to it. Don't speak in communities about that. Deny him the opportunity. We're supposed to be putting 100% support to that building that burned down in Port of Spain over there, and ask the authorities, ask administration, ask the person who have the constitutional responsibility to assist those people and them. Because right now, in my view, they are some of the most vulnerable in the city of Port of Spain that need assistance, rather than that cock and bull story that Kareem Marcel want to talk, and I must give him views and that cock and bull story. When my children will benefit from that, all they will learn is tribal thinking, and the young black people them in my community over here will not learn nothing from that. But some of them might pick up the tribal thinking, and some of them will say, well, that is racial.
I hear you, my
That's just
friend.
my view on that.
I hear you, my friend. But of course, for a person like myself who is active and has been so for many decades, activists, advancing, and of course loving what I'm doing, but also committed to the advancement of Laventille in general. You have, of course, Laventille on the hill, Laventille on the flat. Most people don't know that. And we have, of course, people who share a sociological lifestyle as Laventillians in East Port of Spain, Mova, Beetham, Sealets, etc. But the fact is that we have been working assiduously, working under very arduous conditions and situations to eliminate that kind of, let me put it this way, to promote persons who have the potential and the ability to take the area out of the quagmire and the morass that it has found itself over the years. And therefore, it is almost spinning top in mud, if not spinning top in mud. It's almost an exercise in futility when you have people who get the opportunity and then, of course, become politically and sociologically and verbally incendiary, meaning that they seem to be a hand grenade waiting, of course, to explode, and therefore take the area back into the Stone Age, so to speak. That is how I see that. But let's go to the line. A pleasant good night. Welcome to the corridor.
A pleasant good night to you, Uncle Lennox.
Yes.
And the COP, the boss, and all the listeners. Share the life, share the life. Tell them that Uncle Lennox and COP crossing one another. And Uncle Lennox trying to tell COP for the last 35 years that is what he tried to save the Laventille people from. People like Carrie Marcel, who say, I love you, I'll take good care of you. And it's only we who care about all you. And after all you vote for we, all and go one side and pack up and wait. I doing my own thing. All you too greedy, all you double dipping. Don't come, we know the government. Don't come and ask for a box train. Don't ask for medicine in the hospital. Don't ask for free transportation. That is what Uncle Lennox tried to save the people at Laventille from their own self, and people like Carrie Marcel. That is why the people in Beetham could have smelled the kind of sewer water for 1 year straight because of fellas like Carrie Marcel, because the successor is the successor of the same kind of mentality and attitude. Because vote for we have all the golden plan. Right now, if you hear in Parliament that Jesus Christ didn't ride a donkey, he ride a goat. We mother sit on a goat and ride to Bethlehem to make him. Because you telling me, now they know the small man, they know the poor man, they know the vulnerable, they know who did get road patch, they didn't know who did give work, and who had $300 to spend for the week, and they can send 3 children to school, pay light bill. And then the bus, what they promised them to ride on the East-West corridor, it didn't reach yet. But I stay in Laventille. Love for Laventille came out and get outside help, foreign help, to elevate people in the area and get embassies to come and sponsor to pull these people out of that kind of bondage. Carrie Marcel telling them, vote back for the PNM and stay in that bondage. Then here what's going on. I know 2 things in life. The left side, the right side. But you know what nobody just talk about? The middle. The middle. They only talk about the left and the right, and they don't talk about the middle. because Karim Basel and them fellas benefit before they serve the government. And now they come and they thirsty back. And you're hearing where the money gone. They didn't have the money to uplift all their love until they had money to give contract for the wife, the sister, the children, the mother, the father, the brother. Yeah? And now they're talking about all this so good. That's why in the area of Port of Spain, the city capital, when you come out that cruise ship and you watch the hill, you want to know if you're somewhere in Uruguay or down in Delhi in the slum in India. Including India about it. But the nice thing about it, India, they build themselves up and start to organize themselves to take up the waste, recycle, and clean up the sewer. Right? Because how it was closed, they make little machine to go in with bicycle, pump out the sewer and clean it and uplift themselves. But 75 years of PNM, and you know people just tell just the other day, they come back after how much years and they pass through Port of Spain and they watch the hill. They say when I did leave and go to America to live because for betterment, I come back and look, I still see the thing. The only thing is that the two tank get a little more black and we don't know what color to try to put it. The two big tank. So it's a time capsule. The PNM, they say that is a time capsule. So when Eric William come back, you know that he had leave it just so and come back to get it just so. Because anytime the PNM now reloaded and they want to pull the choker on the supporters and Eric William, give all the school, Eric William. Everything is Eric William. That is the hypnotist and the witchcraft to pull them in order. But Uncle Lennox, God cover with his precious blood, give you the health and the strength. And as they will say, you'll pray until your voice leave your body and the last breath leave. But you know in Jesus' name, you will leave your mark as a good man. And you will say that just as Moses lead the people out of bondage, but the people didn't lead themselves out of Pharaoh. Have a good night.
Same to you, of course. For those of you who just joined us, I think it's important that we be fair to you. So listen to what Marcel had to say.
Leader, I want to send a message to you from Leventon West tonight. If you name Bajan, if you feel you can cuff down everybody in Trinidad and Tobago, if you name the Bajan from Separia, call an election now. Call an election now. Call it, and we will show you that we will elect as our Prime Minister in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Penelope Beckers Robinson.
Now, let's go to the line. Now I want to give my analysis, but we will have to always give way to the callers. A pleasant good night. Welcome to the corridor.
The Martin inside. Good night to you, Lennox, and your co-host COP.
Yes, man.
I
Good night to you, brother.
At the fella they call Karim.
Yes.
I want, because he's young in the dancer, and he possibly never hear recalcitrant minority, cowshed, and the Sandy. Don't let the Calcutta ship land in Tobago. The Calcutta ship didn't land in Tobago, and Tobago suffer. Now, the new Calcutta ship, the Blue Wave, is bringing some prosperity. Now, this fella they call Karim, or what they call him, I want to know where is he living now? Isn't it in a UNC constituency? I hear he moved up from where he was, you know. Was he ashamed of his surroundings? I hear he living somewhere in Central, and he was given a government house. That's all I have to say. The hypocritism of him saying that you will do with them. He gone down in the constituency to live because he's comforted there. They're running, they're doing nothing else. Let me talk about the coal pot man who most likely down the road might be eating breadfruit on the coal pot. No. They're going after him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lawless behavior from me listening to everything. But you know, there's a critical thing I believe, I'm hoping that they overlook. Right? You see, fiduciary responsibility for board, the previous board of directors of T and Tech has to share some of that blame. Allow that debt to fester, to reach a state that is statute barred and unrecoverable. That we had to pin that on the board and the executive at that point in time. And it have a lot of that. That is why when judgment in the sports company, where they say the sport board, the sport board has to account for their responsibility and their fiduciary responsibility. So I believe we have to go after them. And then, Jawanti Ramdas, is that what the man was hiding, boy? The check clearance system wasn't working? No. When that happened, you know who was the minister planning? Penniless, senseless. No. If an egregious act like that happened, the central bank had to pull she and tell she what's going on there. Who got hold of that check? Who was able to get that leaf? All you not understanding all the role and responsibility. Who responsible for keeping those checks safely locked down? Is it the permanent secretary? Is it the assistant? Is it the AO5, AO6? I am sure she did never caused an investigation to find out who was the culprit for allowing that check to go to misplace and somebody to use it to basically forge a signature, get it, as they say, cash in, and then disperse it quickly with dispatch, about 6 or 8 of them. The other thing is, I put it on my police hat, the 18 million for me is stolen property, right?
Yeah.
And you divvy up all the stolen property.
Mm.
If I thief something and I share it up and people buy it, is that a whole all of them? For accepting stolen property? I got
at minimum, my friend. Yes, indeed. But
Yeah,
why?
Poland is worse than the thief.
Yeah, that's right. But why I wanted to deal with this matter tonight, because it is, as I said, dear to my heart. I am a Lavantillian, and the likes with those kinds of toxic language, claiming to represent me, I have a serious difficulty, I personally. But I want to speak to the general population of Lavantil and environs. Forget the constituency division or the constituency demarcation, whether it's east-west, as the case may be. Lavantillians. I want to tell you this, that stop allowing people like these who are really opportunistic political parasites. Let me repeat, opportunistic political parasites. And I'll tell you why afterwards. Let's go to the line. A pleasant good night. Welcome to the corridor.
The constituency division.
Hello?
Go ahead. Pleasant
Hello?
good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night to your listeners. Good night to everybody.
Yes.
Lennox,
Yes.
I feel it for you, you know, because that clipping that you play with Kareem Marcel,
Mm-hmm.
that is real Stone Age politics.
That drag
That
queen
is
mentality.
real Stone Age. Now, let me tell you something, Lennox. I always believe now. I always believe since Keith Scotland made that comment with the bicycle thing,
Uh-huh.
with this bicycle, going back to Coal Pot and bicycle.
Yes.
I always believe that the politics of the PNM has gone backwards and not forward. Even before the Keith Scotland issue, even with the email gate, right? Even way down when Mr. Rowley took office, you could have sensed that the PNM itself was really in a bad state. And today, as you play that clip here today, that it got worse. It got worse. It has gotten worse. Right? Because I would love Mr. Keith Scotland. Now I don't know if you know San Fernando well, but I've always said it. I would love Mr. Keith Scotland to come and ride up Alexander Hill.
Well, why say that? He better ride up San Fernando Hill.
No. It's steeper than San Fernando Hill.
You serious? You know steeper hill like that? All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
When there's a man of my liking, then there's a man of my ilk. Go ahead. If it's steeper than San Fernando Hill, go ahead.
It's steeper than San Fernando Hill. I mean, listen, I used to run up Alexander Hill when I was a little boy.
Right.
Playing. Now, if you want to be fit, when you're playing football, run up that hill. And then on the other side, when you reach Monkmire Road, it's about 100 steps.
Oh, good. Just say Monkmire. I could only imagine only mountain. But go ahead.
It's about 100 steps on the other side.
Right.
So when you finish, you're physically fit. You understand? If you come down San Fernando, I could show you Monkmire Road steps. They call it the 100 steps.
Okay.
And when you cross there and you go up North Road, then you're coming down on Alexander Hill, and you will see the whole beauty of San Fernando.
Wow.
Right? From on the top of that hill.
Faucet high. Yeah. You can see the cobos and them. as if they're on the ground.
I tell you,
but they're in flight. Yes.
Yeah. So this game where the PNM playing here, it's Stone Age politics. They going through.
Man,
they really going through.
I want to tell you, go to the top of the class because a serious analyst will come to the same conclusion. Well, since he ended there, let me start there. The fact is that what he has done, because remember when he started on his rant, he said that them and want to say it, let me say it. That's what he said. He started that way. I ain't afraid to say it. So it means you're for somebody afraid to say it. Understand that, Lavantil? I'm talking to you, Lavantillians. He said when he started this onslaught, this verbal onslaught of nonsensicality and convolutedness. Let's go to the line. A pleasant good night. Pleasant good night.
Yeah, good night, COP.
Good night to you, brother.
Everybody. But all I want to say is that Laventille is a very powerful place. People don't pelt phones at barren trees. You understand? I work
Yes. I hear you, my friend. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. But I comment there what he is inciting. I ain't going there yet. Boy. COP boy, they want me to talk, boy. But go ahead, caller. Go ahead.
You give them that privilege.
Good night to you, Mr. Lennox.
Yes, go ahead.
COP, good night.
Good night to you, brother.
Yes. Mr. Lennox,
Yes.
what about Joshua? You all right?
Yeah, he's all right. He'll start his program soon.
Yeah, but I would like to hear what Joshua would like to say about Karim Master one night.
Well,
At least I want to hear from Joshua.
well, I'm sure one of the things Joshua would have said is that he would love Karim to take a page from him, even though he's only 11 years.
Okay. All right, that is good to hear.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but what I have to say is that somehow Karim is the fall guy, right? Because as he rightly say, if they're afraid to say it, he will say it because he was authorized to say it. Just like Hilton Stanley in Tobago, when he put them under pressure, they go to the extreme, right? And they raise up the base, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Because
the race card. They play the race
yes,
card.
they play the race card. Because when it happened in Tobago was an election, right? Tobago House of Assembly, and it was under real pressure because Ashur Jack had the 2 seats in the government with the partnership and 4 seats with the Tobago House of Assembly, and they under pressure. So they under pressure again, and they have an election coming next year, please God. Right? So they had to get to that base to see what they could pull from it. So they must see was on the ground that they could lose this election. So they bring up this rhetoric. But what Karim Master understanding, the people with the guns is the very places that he calling out. Right? And this is a very dangerous call because we're in a crime crisis. And when you go so desperate, you could raise spiderness and Jack Spanierness and the kind of black Jeff, what they call Maribonta, to go there and interfere with people even more. You see? So it's just not by just only talking about black people and who hate them and we hate them. The idea is, if you wanted to say, well, the UNC people don't like us, why you couldn't say, well, look, we love them? Why you had to say, well, you know, we don't like them neither, right? And they don't like this. So you could see you're trying to raise up something from like sleeping dogs, you know? You want somebody to attack somebody somewhere along the way to cause discourse and disharmony in the country, right? So this is not just staying out a race, you know? It's deeper than that. That's the way I look at it. And if people fear to say it, he brave enough to say it to get at these people. Because you have to understand something. When the if you're in the Amazon jungle, right, and you hear hyena, lion, tiger, and leopard say they're coming together, and elephant go and he talk to giraffe, and zebra, and donkey, and bison, and horse. You know what them animals will be thinking? Trouble for them. Because if one of the animal like lion alone could run them then and kill them, what about when they come together? Well, no, we done. So when you're hearing these guys and I'm saying these kind of things, after these men were saying they come in with a peace work together, right? He is telling them, do your peace work, and you know who to attack. So this is not just a simple statement by Master. This is a real organized thing, and I am very, very disturbed about it. And I'm an African who live with an Indian woman for over 30 years. We still together, Mr. Smith. You know that?
Yes.
Right? So, right? So
I've met your beautiful wife, yes.
Yes. I'm not feeling good about that at all because I grew up in an Indian community in Beach. And all of us really have love. Indian people have really love for we as African people, right? And we showing them back the same love. So to come from Laventille to show that kind of where my father from, Roselle, are real disturbed about that. And anyway, I enjoy the ground report today. I am calling because I was laughing so with Olive and Ali Adam. You know, it was really enjoyable today. And you know why I him call? I listened to Mr. Snipe today, and he showed up today, brother. All the time he wasn't there, but today he come on board.
Yeah,
and I thank him for that. I really enjoyed. That's why I call that all.
But he felt a little that the exercise was not as gracious as he thought, because when he heard that people started criticizing him for being objective, he then said, well, what he got into, like it was like a situation where people there were angels fear.
No, well, my advice to him, he should show up more, because people were shocked that when he showed up, so he must show up more, and then all that rhetoric goes down. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much,
good night,
my friend. Yes, you take a night as well. Yes. So once again, I want to speak directly to the Laventille people. Remember that when he started on his rant, oh boy.
Shout out to United Snipe on the ground report.
Good night. Welcome to the corridor.
Hello, good night, Mr. Lennox and COP again. I get back to over, so let's come back in.
All right,
Lennox,
you go ahead. Yes.
This program very short. Is a man of a program very more. Let them make the contribution short and sweet now, man.
All right, okay.
Lennox, with Curry Marcel, with that statement there. Curry Marcel say the freighter state. You know where that script for Curry Marcel? Start young.
Wow.
Because when Curry Marcel was going on a political platform and only was playing, he was there. You see Start young come out. Then they say while up the people in the East-West corridor call it the PNM tactics. But sufferers don't care about race. I want to know who the next meal coming from.
Very good.
I see Niger Snipes come out. I might kick your son now.
No.
Or Kingsley.
You know, he just made his comment, that's all. He's
Nah,
a
yeah,
tactical
but
man.
I hear Kingsley tell him, I can't call here. I want to know if Mikey King is the father.
No,
because I can't make my contribution and they tell me I can't come make my contribution and our state media by paying tax.
Yeah, boy.
And there are a lot of people calling and thinking the French and my rights, you know. Because for the last 9 years plus, I was campaigning on that radio station with Pascal and all them, you know.
Yeah.
That was telling you. It has some people writing UNC is fighting on UNC activists and discriminating UNC activists.